first call-up to the national team?
Yeah, I think just reflecting on the season thus far, if you had told me that this was going to be the outcome of my rookie season, I definitely wouldn't have believed you. It's definitely come as a shock for sure, and I feel extremely honored for the opportunity, especially after the Olympics this summer for the national team. That's such an amazing accomplishment, and so for me to be walking into a team that has been so successful, like I said, I feel super honored. And I'm just really thankful for the opportunity. I'm thankful for the staff and my teammates here who have gotten me up until this point. I never was involved in the youth national team camps growing up, and so for me, I wasn't a part of that pool of players. So for Coach Hayes to be kind of extending the olive branch of opportunity for players like me who have never been involved in the national team, I'm super grateful for the opportunity.
Tell us about the moment you got the call. What was that?
Yeah, so about 2 weeks ago now, Ryan called me on one of our off days, and I was like, oh gosh, why is Ryan calling me? But he had good news, and he had noted that I had made the provisional roster for the national team, so that's a bigger pool of players that they then narrow down for the final roster that I was told was going to be coming out October 9th, so that was last Wednesday. And that day and leading up to that day, I was a little bit anxious waiting for the news. And then that day, Wednesday night, I got a text from Ryan to stay close to my phone. And so I was pacing around my apartment waiting, and 2 hours after that, I got a bunch of texts and calls of congratulations and American flag emojis. And so that's how I was delivered the news.
You shared that with your family?
Yeah, I shared with my family about the provisional roster. I was like, I got this news, like nothing's confirmed as of now. And then, I called them right away, and they were super excited.
What do you plan on getting? What do you hope to get out of working out, playing with the national team?
Yeah, I think it'll be a cool experience overall. I'm super excited to be coached by their staff. I think that'll be super good for me in my game, and hopefully, I can implement what I've learned here there. But I don't know what to expect, but I think that's kind of the cool part about it is I'm kind of going in with an open mindset, and I'm just going to bring what I know I can bring to the table. They've seen something in me that has caught their attention, and so my plan is to just bring that and continue that into camp.
Any thoughts on Portland tomorrow?
That's where my mind is at right now. I'm sure after tomorrow it'll flip a little bit, and then I'll have a little bit more of a focus on, national camp. But the game tomorrow is super important for us. We hope to see a big crowd supporting us for that game. It's definitely a good matchup for us for sure. We have a game plan that we're planning to execute and get a win on tomorrow night's game.
Is there a sense of urgency in the locker room?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we know the reality of our situation. We know that it's a must-win game for us, but I think that gives us a little bit of an edge going into the game tomorrow night. And we're in it together. So.
I think I asked you this last time we spoke, but to sell this game to the fans, how important is it to fill that stadium tomorrow?
Yeah, for sure. The crowd support and the energy that the fans bring is unmatched for us, and we're on home turf, so that's our advantage for sure. And so we hope to see everybody there supporting us tomorrow night.
Anything else?
What challenges does Portland bring to the table?
I think that they have experience across all lines of, their offense and defense. So for us, it's just kind of matching that, knowing what we can do and just sticking with our strengths, sticking to our game plan. Our focus is on us every game. And so, I think we're just looking to execute that tomorrow night.
Does making the national team roster give you more confidence, more swagger, anything like that?
I don't know if I look at it like that as much as I do just being grateful. I think that it's reassuring in a sense that my efforts are being acknowledged, but I felt that security here on this team anyway. So it's definitely the biggest accomplishment of my soccer career thus far, but I'm not going to settle and, just kind of cap it there. I think that there's a lot more that I can do. So
Playing soccer as a young person, was this a goal for you to make the team?
for sure, I think that it's everybody's goal at one point or another, especially if you continue to progress in your soccer career to the collegiate level and everything. But I honestly was just excited about the fact that my name was involved in the conversations prior to the final roster being announced. Ryan can attest my reaction to his phone call, and he kind of was like, well, nothing's confirmed yet, but I was still super excited about that. So yeah, it's been a goal for me, but I'm surprised, to say the least. Yeah.
What's your earliest memory of the national team?
I think just growing up with my sister, both of us played soccer, so we would always watch the national teams together, national team games together, but I feel like it's hard to top this past summer and watching the teams be so successful at the Olympics. I think that that tops all the memories for sure.
Like, when this happened, do you have friends maybe elsewhere in the league who have been called up? Obviously, Saad and Taylor and definitely have all been called up to the national team. How much have you asked them for some pointers?
Yeah, I've definitely asked them for a little bit of advice just because I have no idea what to expect, even just down to what I should pack and things like that, and what I should anticipate, going into camp. But, Janine, we room with each other on away trips, and she's on the Canadian national team, so she just told me to embrace the moment, and I'll never have a first national team camp, so that's kind of where my headspace is at, and I'm just super excited.
Savannah and Taylor, what's the best advice they're giving you?
I think that just sticking to what I know, and similar to what I said, they've seen something in me that they like, and so not losing sight of that.
So what does Emma Sears bring to the team?
I think that my pace is something that everyone always kind of talks about, but I just try to make things happen consistently, and I think that I've really tried to do that over the course of this season, and just giving my best effort, even if that's just 1% better each day. But I've really tried to hone in on that, and I think that that's really contributed to my success this season.
Emma, going back to tomorrow's game, you and Railen really seemed like you were pretty tight and remained pretty tight. Is it going to be weird to be playing against her, especially during your rookie years?
Yeah, for sure. We saw each other last night, actually, and we were talking about that a little bit. I was like, it must feel weird for you to be back in Louisville, which is where, both of our professional careers started out. And so we were talking about how she knows my side of this, but I don't know hers anymore, with her being on a new team and everything. But she's super excited to be back at Lynn Family Stadium and to see the girls on the team. And I think that she is a little bit, I don't know, maybe she's just not prepared for what it's going to feel like. I was like, I'm sure it'll feel weird being in like the visiting team's locker room and seeing your old team play against your new team, but I'm just super excited for her to be back and to see her again.
What's it like playing against someone that you played with? Do you put all the friendships aside once you step out onto the pitch? How's that work?
Yeah, I think so for sure. It's all business when we're on the field playing against each other, but then we can kind of regroup after the game. I feel like the unfortunate part about playing someone that you know and that you're close with is that she knows what I do and what I'm good at and vice versa. So, I'm not sure if she's told, her teammates, kind of how to shut me down, and, our team knows how to do that with her just from playing with her. So, yeah, there's definitely that component to it, but I'm excited to see her out on the field.
We have a question from ESPN on the Zoom. What did Emma Hayes say about what she likes about your game and why they wanted to take a look at you?
Yeah, so I haven't personally directly talked or had a conversation with her, but I have heard that she has seen from the NWSL players who have been called up that they've performed well across the course of the season, and that she feels like we deserve the opportunity in that environment. So, yeah, I'm excited to have more personal conversations and be coached by her the week of camp, and to have experience in those games, and more importantly, coming back to Louisville, playing for the fans at Lynn Family Stadium. I noted yesterday that I'm sure it'll be super emotional for me, but and kind of a full circle moment for my first camp to be coming back here, but I'm super excited.
Cool.
All right, thank
Thanks,
you,
Emma.
Emma.
Thank you very
Thank you
much.
guys.
Appreciate it.